The director of Dr. Susan Gitau Counseling Foundation, Dr. Susan Gitau, has challenged the government to come up with comprehensive programs to keep school-going children from going to the streets to beg, especially now during this very long December holidays. While speaking at Kianjau Primary School in the heart of Kiandutu slums in Thika in a charity event organized by her foundation and members of the Rotary Club Ngong Road, Dr. Susan wondered whether Kenya had any child protection strategy in place to assist vulnerable children. She blamed government officials for laxity in coming up with any lasting solution to this menace. She also challenged the Thika business community for entertaining street families, warning them that this would eventually have a ripple effect in the running of their businesses.
If the government is serious, there should be no child on the streets. The streets of Thika, we should not have any child coming from Kiandutu. Why? We have the local administration, we have the security officers. We also have the Nyumba Kumi initiative. We also have wazees. You know the people that you call the Nyumba Kumi wazees and ambassadors. I'm sure they are also community health volunteers. A poor child, a poor family, they would want to be engaged throughout. Why? Don't make me stay idle. Because the more you're making me stay idle and have nothing to do, I will actually engage in anything that can make me feel pleasurable. By the way, if we did not have the little funds to maintain the volunteer counselors here, I'm sure there would be nothing happening here. So for me, it's the government to ask itself, are you really protecting the child that you already have in your books? Is child protection a dream? Is it a dream in Kenya? And should it remain a dream? For me, it should be a reality. I don't think it has a very good strategy on child protection. Why do I say that? If it had one, then it could have planned for the children, especially the vulnerable children who are supposed to be at home for 2 months. I'm not saying we keep talking government, because we are also part of the government. So I'm also appealing to the Thika community, and especially the Thika business community. Honestly speaking, if you allow these kids to come to the streets, they will line up in front of your shops. They will start making the town very unsafe, and your customers will go. And only that would make a difference is you donating something, maybe a sack of unga, a sack of beans, and these kids are fed here. We are ready with our counselors to help them. We are ready with the teachers to help them, but they must be fed. We always say food, food, food. Very basic. Very basic. Second, some parents are quite ignorant, so we are planning in our Moyo wa Huruma project this period that we have the parental guidance. So we will also have them come on board. Although we try in this school, we try where we can. And when we also get a kid in the streets, we actually have the gender desk, and one of the child protection champions comes from this slum. Maybe you are aware of the work he does.
The members of Ngong Road Rotary Club used the occasion to celebrate the Global World Washing Day, where they oversaw the feeding of these slum kids and also donated soap, innerwear and sanitary pads to both boys and girls, among other things. Dr. Susan acknowledged that the intervention by the Rotary Club would go a long way in preventing the slum kids from going to the streets, but appealed to other players to get on board for sustainability of the program. She added that the program would also include mental health sessions, as majority of these children suffered from depression, trauma and burnouts. Ngong Road Rotary Club President-elect Mr. Fred Nyasaka promised to mobilize their members for some sustainable programs with the school and the community.
The children from this slum are the ones that are populating Thika town streets. 2 months is too long. Children who normally have no food, they feed from the school, so we need to have a way. And that's why we are calling it Moyo wa Huruma. It's about compassionate giving. It's about compassionate sharing. They have brought innerwear for both boys and girls and sanitary napkins for our girls. I don't know what more we could ask for, but I'm actually praying that we are going to have a long-lasting partnership with Rotary Club Ngong Road, because we've already started one of the most significant activities in this era and this time on enhancing mental wellness and mental health among learners, because studies are showing that over 60% of our learners are struggling with mental health disorders. One of it being depression, the other one being trauma, the other one being burnout. The curriculum is overwhelming.
My name is Fred Nyasaka. I am the President-elect of the Rotary Club of Nairobi Ngong Road. Today we have collaborated to come and share with the children of this community about hand washing, and we want to thank really our partner Unilever for giving us soap to be able to give to these children. In addition to that, through the donations from the club members, we've been able to come up with an hygiene pack, just to ensure that both the boys and the girls live out here, not only having known how to wash their hands, but also taking care of certain aspects. With Dr. Susan here, she's been able to give a talk to the children on how to be able to handle themselves. And as you can see from the background, we are actually having an impact. We are giving them lunch, we are giving them food, and we know that the community have been able to at least feel our impact. What Rotary is looking for is sustainable partnerships. What we are doing here today is just the start. What we have seen immediate is that we can see that there's a classroom block here for ECD, which we will go back and evaluate. There are ablution blocks, which we have also identified as a need. But we'll still come back and do a proper needs assessment so that we can be able to see wholesomely how we can partner with this community and this school.